Hi. So we're going to try this again. You don't know because this will be the first one you're seeing. So my husband bought me this great new camera for the holidays, and I'm using it right now. And I was super excited to use it because I can take it anywhere in the house. Like, you'll see the background's a little different here before I'm in my gaming area, and this is one of my bookshelves behind me. So I recorded an entire January TBR, which I'm going to redo. And I went and I plugged it in, and I'm going to experiment with editing. Obviously, I'm not going to edit me or my views because that's the unabridged part. But to make this more interesting for you and to teach me a new skill, I'm going to learn how to do some editing things. And I was really excited, and I got it, and I set it up, and I put it in, and I started to do the editing, and I realized there was no sound. Why was there no sound? Because I forgot to turn the microphone on. So this is a learning experience. But let's get right into it. So we're going to start with my January TBR. Every month, I'm going to go ahead and record one, and I'm going to pick out 5 to 6 books that I'm definitely going to read in January, February, March, so on and so forth. They aren't going to be the only books I read. I can read anywhere personally between like 10 and 15 books a month. Sometimes more. My average reading speed, I couldn't tell you like pages, but I could tell you that if the book is anywhere between 280 and 3 to 310, and I have a day off, I can finish that in a day. So I can read books really quick. I'm a fast reader, and I tend to retain a lot of what I read. So I'm very fortunate in that. But we're just going to start with 5 to 6, and then anything else. And I am going to throw in some arcs because I like to keep up on my arcs. I don't want them to get too far behind. And then anything that I buy, I will plan to read by the next month. So if I buy anything in January, I will plan to read it sometime in January or by the end of February. So it might end up going on the next month's TBR. But let's get this started. I want to keep these videos really short. I don't think people have a lot of time to sit and watch a really long video. And I'm enjoying this. I'm doing this for me. And I hope everybody's enjoying this too. So let's start with the first one. Hopefully everything works out and you can see everything. So this is Snowblind. This is by Christopher Golden. It is winter horror. And it's like snowstorm horror. And I love winter horror. I love it mostly now because it's winter and I'm in Colorado and we are getting no winter right now. It has been in the 60s and sometimes it's hit 70 and I'm not appreciating it very much, and I'm sure nobody else in the state is really appreciating it either. My husband likes to snowboard, I like to snowshoe, and we can't do any of that right now. So it's frustrating, to say the least. But I'm just going to tell you a little bit about this one. This says, one small New England town is taken by storm, and nothing will ever be the same. Once upon a time, Coventry weathered a horrific blizzard, one that left many people dead and others mysteriously lost. 12 years later, the town is still haunted by the snow that fell that one fateful night, and now a new storm is on its way. Somebody I follow on BookTube had actually read this and recommended this. I will try to link that video below if I can find it. And I can remember who did it. I think it's, I don't remember. I'll find it. Anyway, so this is the first one I'm going to read. The second one is actually 2 books that are actually 3 books. These are the Secret of the Unicorn Queen series. They are middle grade. This was the book series that really got me into reading when I was in middle school, and I was obsessed with this series. I read them all. This is just the first 3, 2 in one, 1 in the other. They're different authors. The first 2 are Josepha Sherman and Gwen Hansen, and then the third one is Dory Perlman. These are really interesting. They aren't like your typical, like, I was about to say isekai, thrown into a different world type stuff, and I'll explain why. Anyway, so I'm just going to read the little bit to give you an understanding because I'm worried that if I just tell you what it's about, I'll spoil it. Not that I really expect any of you guys to go out and get it because I don't think they're in print anymore. But if you do find them and you like middle grade, I recommend these. Anyway, it says, when her eccentric friend, Dr. Wright, invents an amazing teleport into other worlds, Sheila McCarthy accidentally falls through the portal into the kingdom of Erin. There, Sheila finds herself part of a band of warrior women, astride unicorn as they gallop toward a dazzling city made of marble. But will they arrive? Will they arrive in time to stop the evil king and his wicked wizard henchmen from carrying out their deadly plans? And will Sheila ever be able to return home? I'm going to spoil that. Yeah, she returns home. There's a number of books. She goes back and then she comes back, and she goes back home and she comes back to Erin. And one of the things I really liked about the series as a kid was that it felt really real, because when Sheila goes home and then goes back to see her friends in Erin, she brings things like shampoo and deodorant and, razors and stuff that makes sense that you would take to a world that doesn't have these things. And I always thought it spoke to my practical heart, and I loved it. And I'm really, really hoping these hit just as hard as they did when I was a kid. I'm trying to go into them without the brain of, these were amazing and I love them so much. And I hope I can do that. All right, so that counts as one book, even though it's two. Well, technically three. The third book I have is The Coven. It is by Harper L. Woods. Ooh, so pretty. The only reason I have this is I'm pretty sure it's dark romance, which isn't typically my thing, but hear me out. We have my book club where we call ourselves a book coven. We're all pagans, and we have a thing every Yule where we do a book exchange, and we cover them in wrapping paper, and we just put a couple words, and then we pick which books we're interested in. This was the one I picked. I'm really excited to read it. And as I said, if it's not for me, I have a ton of free little libraries around here, and I'll donate it. So it's that simple. Yeah. I'm not going to tell you what it's about, because you know what? I don't completely know what it's about, and I think I'm just going to go into this blind. I do know, from what I understand, it is a dark romance, which typically isn't what I read. So that's another reason I'm going to go into a blind, and we'll see. The fourth book was sent to me for the holiday by my best friend ever in the whole world. This is The Quiet Librarian. It is by Alan Eskins. Do I want to read you a little bit about this one? I'm kind of going into this a little blind. I've never read from this author before. My bestie was super, super awesome and had it signed to me, and that's another reason. We're both librarians, and we tend to get books that say librarian or library on it. It is a hazard of the job, something we do. We're really excited. This sounds really, really good. All I know from the insides is about a middle-aged librarian whose past comes back to haunt her, or she has a reckoning with her past. She is not who you think she is, and I'm really excited. It's a mystery. I don't read a lot of mysteries, so I'm really excited for it, and we'll see. The last one on my list is one that, honestly, I bet most of you know, and a lot of you have probably already read. Here's our beautiful, beautiful painted, our sprayed edges, and yeah, there you go. It is Catabasis by R.F. Kuang. I'm actually excited to read this. I love R.F. Kuang's writing. It's beautiful and it's really well done. I enjoy it a lot. The only thing is that I didn't enjoy Babel. And not because it was a bad book, because the writing is stunning and wonderful. I feel that Babel wasn't written for me. I am not the audience for that book. The more I read, the more in my head I kept hearing, colonialism is bad. Colonialism is bad. Yeah, I know. Like, my family is Native American heritage. Trust me, we know colonialism is bad. So I don't, it's just the motif, the imperialistic overtones of this. It wasn't for me. I felt that every chapter that was beaten into me, and I didn't need it. So I feel like maybe I wasn't the target audience for that book. This, on the other hand, I love a Dante Inferno story. I love retellings of that kind of thing, a journey into hell kind of thing, and I'm excited to read this one. I think it's going to be great, and I'm hoping it's going to be great. So that is it. I am going to talk about an arc that I'm reading right now because it's going to take me through the end of December, and then I'll start these in January. Hopefully I can do this right, and like right above me, I'll be able to put a picture of the book. I don't know, but I'm going to try and learn how. If not, if I didn't figure it out, I am reading the arc for Daughter of Crows by Mark Lawrence. Somewhere behind me are his library trilogy. I love his writing. I have rarely run across an author where within the first chapter, there's such world building, and not by describing the world. He lets you know, he lets you understand to get a feel of like the milieu of where we are by the way the characters speak, by how they carry themselves, by what they think, by how they refer to different things. His character building is so good. I am so excited. And as of the point of recording this, I've already read about 7 or 8 chapters, and I am absolutely obsessed. Like, it's so good. I'm assuming this is probably going to be another trilogy. So I'm going to be sad when it's not here anymore. I have to take a drink because my throat's it's killing me. I got this from my mom. I love mushrooms. And it's so good. It's so good. I think it's going to continue to be good. Anyway, that is really all I have. I would like to keep my videos to 15 to 20 minutes, maybe other stuff. And I'm really excited that my husband got me this amazing camera. Hopefully I got it right this time. And yeah, maybe we'll do little cut things where I put in stuff of the outside when we actually finally get snow, and you can see beautiful, colorful Colorado. Right now it's brown, and it's not very colorful, but it's so beautiful and I love it. Anyway, that is all I have. I hope you guys have a great rest of the year, and I hope your new year is just fantastic. And as always, thanks for stopping by. If you'd like to leave me a comment, that would be great. Nobody has. I've only got a couple videos up. I know I'm super new at this. Please feel free to do the follow thing. And if you like the content, or if you have any questions, I hope you'll let me know. Thanks.